Hello everybody, I am Sage. I'm from sportsbrosworld.com. Just coming to you today to do my Sage's 7. Today's going to be a little different. I've gone through each position with the sleepers so far, and now we've gotten to the infamous SPARPS position, which is starting pitchers with relief pitching eligibility, or SPARPS if you want to be clever. So I'm going to give you my 7 reasons of why and why not. 3 for why, 3 for why not, and then we'll settle on the 7th. So, number 1 is why. Why should you do it? 1, more innings. Absolutely. If your league counts innings, that is obviously big. A starter's going to give you more innings than a closer will. Numero 2 is more wins. You're obviously going to get more wins out of a starter than a closer or relief pitcher. And 3, of course, is more Ks, more strikeouts. This is purely based on math. I mean, the more you put in, the more you have a guy in the game, the more the stats are going to go up. However, on the other side, my 3 reasons why not are obviously more losses. You're going to have a lot more chances to lose a game, where a closer, if you're losing a game, you're not going to be a closer for long. Obviously, the other side against SPARPS would be, if you have a closer, you're going to get more saves. So that's a real huge thing. And my 3rd one against is closers are typically more consistent than a starter with relief eligibility. If you're a stud starter, you're a starter. Very rarely do you find someone that is a top 5 pitcher that also has relief pitch eligibility. Typically, you're not a top 5 pitcher till you're in the league for, a couple years at the very least. And if you're coming up and they're questioning if you're a closer or if you're a starter, they really don't know your role. You're surprising everyone. Most of the time, you're going to be a middle relief guy. And then you work your way up the rotation, and then you're a stud starter. But by that time, you lose the eligibility. So, obviously, WHIP and ERA for closers are going to be more consistent. They're typically not going to fluctuate. If they do fluctuate, they're going to kick them out of the closer role and put them in middle relief or the minors. Plain and simple. So, there's my 4 and against. My last little note, my 7th note, is basically with SPARPS, you need to know your league. You need to know what, 1, statistics they have and are counting, and 2, just simply the rules of the league. Can you do this? Can you plug a SPARP in as a relief pitcher even though he's really a starter? You also need to know the eligibility. So there's a lot that goes into this. In several leagues, you have 3 closers or 3 relief pitchers. You can plug 1 SPARP in and 2 closers and still get pretty good statistics. Now, granted, if you do like I did a few years ago, load up on SPARPs, you're going to load up on average pitchers typically. You're going to have your studs, but you're also going to have 4 or 5 average pitchers. And you're going to destroy everyone in wins. You're going to destroy them in Ks. You're going to destroy them in innings. All these stats are going to go through the roof, but you're giving away saves. You're typically giving away WHIP, and most likely you're giving away ERA. So I would just know your league, know your rules, be smart about it. I would, in most cases, probably plug 1 SPARP in and a couple closers. Mix it up. Don't go too far left or too far right, whatever. It's not going to work if you do, because a smart player playing against you in head-to-head is just simply going to play to the opposite. If you load up on starting pitchers, they're going to load up on all the closers they can, and vice versa. So, big thing there. SPARPS is definitely not a position I could give you 7 sleepers, because there's probably 20 legitimate guys in the league. So, sleepers are really not a relevant thing with SPARPS. So, just keep this in mind. It's a good position to have, but know your league rules. And I urge you, I'll throw up the sign, to follow us on all these forums. Facebook, Twitter, you already found our YouTube page, obviously. And give us a like, follow us, comment, have any concerns, questions, or want me to throw a topic out there in the Sage of 7, feel free. Throw it out and I'll do some research and maybe do you a video. Thank you very much. SportsBrosWorld.com. Check us out. Remember to follow us. Thanks a lot. See you next time.